Collective. How are you doing? Thank you so much for tapping in with your girl. One more again with your girl. I appreciate you. All right. Somebody's fed up with something. Somebody's over it. Somebody's not having it. Somebody is frustrated. Okay. Um, we're gonna see what this is because I have no clue. All right. I don't know what's going on, but I hope that you are well. Okay. Mm. Seven of Cups. Somebody's casting some sort of an illusion, trying to anyway. You're over the smoke and the mirrors of it all. Let's see. Maybe you've given one too many opportunities to someone. Okay. Ace of Swords. You may have given one too many opportunities, or you feel like, you know what, I've given you enough chances. King of Wands. Let's see what's going on. What is this, Spirit? Fed up, over it, not having it, frustrated. The reverse High Priestess. Okay. You're revealing as much. You're letting someone know that you are over the shenanigans. You're over something. Okay. This could be in some other area of your life. Doesn't even have to be with a person per se or relationship. This could be just some things in your life you are fed up with. You may be fed up with not trusting your intuition. Okay. We got King of Cups here in the reverse. Let's see. Nine of Wands. You're establishing some sort of boundary. All right. You're letting someone know. I feel like this is about a connection, someone that you are in a connection with, a relationship with, family, romantic, associate, work colleague, supervisor, somebody, your grown children. I don't know. But you're establishing some sort of boundaries here. You're being very persistent, and you're letting someone know that you're over it. Tell me more. The Knight of Cups. This person is a liar, a love bomber, or a liar, or you don't feel the same for this individual. You may be showing up kind of passive aggressively right now because you are frustrated with something. Your emotions, your feelings concerning this situation is changing, has changed. Tension and moodiness in the workplace, avoiding confrontations at work, financial disappointment. Tell me more. The reverse Page of Cups. Yeah, your feelings have definitely changed. Okay. The Ten of Wands, about something that appears or is turning out to be very burdensome. Something that's turning out to be very burdensome. Someone could be allowing you to carry the load. Maybe you have been trying to make a love connection work. It's not working. Maybe you have been trying to make a particular job work, and it's not really working for you anymore. Something's not working because you're starting to get frustrated with how much is being put on you to carry. So there's burnout here. Lies. We have the Seven of Swords. This could have to do with work with the Eight of Pentacles. Lies in a relationship, potential affair, feelings of suspicion. Gossip and sabotage at work, jealousy among colleagues, shady business deals, fraud, theft, or scams. You're tired of putting up with someone's lies. You're tired of putting up with someone's lies here. Okay. Your feelings and your emotions have changed for this person. You're now starting to establish your boundaries. I feel like this reverse high priestess is you revealing to this person, maybe aggressively, maybe passive aggressively for some. Take it how it reverberates. I don't feel passive aggressive. I feel aggressively. You're letting them know that you are not really like going to be tolerating any more of the bullshit. Okay, all of the lies, all of the, you know what I'm saying, the love bombing, all of the mishandling of your heart, of your emotions, that's got to come to a stop. All right, that's going to come to a stop. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, a shallow, self-centered partner, a unreliable business partner, jealousy and envy among colleagues, poor money management, hoarding, and stinginess. So you're starting to hold back. Clarify the High Priestess. Passion. We have the Knight of Wands, impulsive and unpredictable relationships, passion and energy in your work, a sudden increase in finances, using money for travel, broadening your horizons. I think you're letting somebody know you are moving on. You're letting them go. You're walking away. You're moving out of the house. You're getting out of Dodge from this individual. You're letting someone know that you no longer desire to engage in this connection. Now, your energy may be coming off to this person a little bit impulsive and unpredictable. They may be trying to gaslight you to make you feel like you're overreacting, but I feel like you've been putting up with a lot as it relates to this connection, and you are indeed over it. I feel like you put up with more than you should have. That might be also why this High Priestess is in the reverse, because, and the Page of Cups, because there was a certain part of your intuition that you ignored in order to keep engaging in this connection. They want you to stay. They want you stuck. Somebody's also not healing. They definitely want to try to block you from moving away from them with the reverse Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Clarify the Nine of Wands. Justice. You standing on it. You standing on your decision to put up your boundaries towards this person. Efforts in love being acknowledged, treating your partner with fairness, integrity in the workplace being recognized, achieving financial balance in giving and receiving. I feel like you establishing your boundaries, you speaking your mind, you calling it quits is justice in this situation. Clarify the Knight of Cups in reverse. You may not even find this person attractive anymore. The Five of Wands in reverse. Avoiding arguments, striving for peace in the relationship, workplace, competition, or conflict is being resolved. Relief after financial stress or potential escalation in money disputes. And it could be a financial imbalance. It could be that this person is not contributing and the whole relationship is just putting too much on you. It definitely could be that. I don't really know exactly what you're frustrated or fed up with. It feels like there's lies, though. There's deceit here. And you've been carrying a burden, possibly a financial burden, right? Like you've been carrying the bulk of the financial burden in a relationship, responsibility that has turned into a burden because this person is not contributing, but also on the flip side, they're also deceiving you in some manner. So they're not even, maybe they're not faithful with some of you, maybe that will apply. So they ain't got no money and they can't be faithful. You don't even want to argue about it no more. You're not fighting with yourself over this no more. You may not find this person attractive. Your emotions, your heart is shut down towards them. That's bringing you some sort of relief as well, because you're over to arguing. You don't want to argue. You don't want disputes. Clarify the Page of Cups. Ain't nothing to dispute. Ain't nothing to dispute. Ten of Cups in reverse. You are not happy, and so you are making a change. Struggling to move on, failing to live in the present, leaving the comfort of a familiar job, staying in a stagnant position, repeating negative patterns, gaining financial independence. You may have been struggling to move on before, but I feel like you're not now, because this reverse Six of Cups landed on the Knight of Wands. So if there was a distrust of your intuition, and that was keeping you in a negative pattern with this individual, this person also may have a lot of negativity that comes with them, like that their actions are impulsive and unpredictable, and it creates a lot of negative energy in your relationship, in the home, in the connection itself. So you're ready to move away from this, because they can't get their shit together, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this person, again, with that Chariot card being on the bottom of the deck a while ago, they definitely want to try to reconcile. Now, you maybe have already separated and already, went your separate ways. And this person is trying to come back in, trying to reconcile with you. And you are standing on what you said. You are over it. You are not going to reconcile. You do not want to reunite. You do not want to be with them. Clarify the Ten of Wands. Now the Eight of Pentacles is in the reverse. This person, this connection, this whole situation was a burden. You know it's not going to work. It's not working. You're not wanting to work on it. You don't have anything else to give, is what I just heard Spirit say. This person also, when you were in the connection, they were neglectful of the relationship, which is what caused a lot of burdens. Low motivation. They could have been outright lazy. They could have been outright lazy. You, as the King of Pentacles, male or female, you're very disciplined, a hard worker, financially secure, emotionally secure, have great professional success, but this person is lazy. Listen, and they so apathetic towards anything having to do with work. They so apathetic towards anything having to do with work, but yet they want to celebrate. They don't like criticism. Three of Pentacles in reverse. They ain't collaborating. That man, look here. Not with this economical situation going on out here in these streets. No, we ain't gonna be able to do that. You are headed towards prosperity, is what I just saw. You have always been prosperous. Nine of Pentacles. They trying to waste it. Yeah, they want you to throw away your prosperity, your abundant energy, fooling around with them. Clarify the Seven of Swords, please. The World. This person is a complete liar. Yeah. And you have completed the cycle. You have completed the cycle with this individual, and you're aware of it. Yep. With the Magician. You have all the resources you need. You're moving on. You're moving into, more into your prosperity, because I feel like somebody was already abundant and prosperous. That's how I feel. I feel like this person didn't feel like they needed to work. Now, this could be an adult child that you're cutting off. Let's see. Do I want this one? You know what? I want this one right here. Somebody was the breadwinner. Somebody that you were in a relationship with lacked motivation, or they were spoiled. They wanted to be spoiled. They wanted the princess treatment or the prince treatment. But at the same time, which, I mean, you might be into that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with it, I guess. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, what's all this deception out here, though? Because you definitely can't be biting the hand that feeds you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. You don't want to bite the hand that feeds you now. What's going on? Handy and reliable, he'll build your dream house but never finish the kitchen. This person ain't brought home no bacon. They ain't brought home no bacon. Okay? They ain't had brought home no bacon. Tell me more. Give me this person's energy that the collective has put their foot down. Give me this person's energy. The aristocrat, refined in old money, has a title, might not have a clue. He don't even know how to put on his tie. I feel like you provided a lifestyle for this person. You provided a lifestyle for them that they were not used to, that they didn't have before you. So they give off an air of having it, but they only have it because of you, or they only had it because of you. The mechanic, hands-on and handy, can fix your car, but his plans are always up in the air. In other words, this person has potential, but they don't do anything with it. He's sitting up under the car, supposed to be working on the car, and he's just sitting up there taking a nap. He's supposed to be changing the brakes, okay, figuring out what's going on with the muffler, and he got his hands folded up under his head like he don't know what to do. This person had potential. You may have saw that potential, but it took you maybe a minute to see that they were lazy. The artist, sensitive and broke, he'll capture your soul, but can't capture a paycheck. Like I said, you may have liked the way they expressed themselves, articulated themselves. You know, they might have told you what you wanted to hear and all of that. And so you felt like it would be a good situation. But I mean, you know, passionate and full of flavor. He knows the way to your heart is through your stomach. Is there maybe they can cook. Maybe he fed you. I don't know. He gave you something. He gave you something that allowed this person into your heart. But when it really came down to taking care of the responsibilities that come with being, you know, alive, okay, this person wasn't able really to contribute. And and I feel like someone, you may not have minded giving someone the princess treatment, okay? Giving someone the prince treatment. If you into that kind of relationship dynamic, that's not going to apply to everybody, right? But there's deception here. I want to know more about what is deception. I want to know about the deception, okay? What's going on with the deception? This person showed up ungrateful, constantly lying, constantly deceiving. Maybe their whole energy was deceiving. Maybe they made you feel, or you believed, okay, that this person was something that they turned out not to be. So you brought it into any deception, right? Like of believing something about this individual that was not the case. We have red flags. This could have been somebody that you had a crush on for a little while. Maybe you were secretly interested in. Maybe y'all hooked up after a while. You feel like you've been catfished though. Like something about this, the way they present themselves is not true to how they actually live or who they actually are. They may come off ambitious. They may know how to work the room, so to speak. But when it really, when the rubber really meets the rubber can't meet the road because they ain't fixed the damn brakes. Okay. They ain't did what they were supposed to do. There's no motion. There's no motion. They're lazy. Clarify the seven of swords for me, Spirit. What is this? What is this lies and deception here? I'm hearing get that other deck. Give me one from here, please, if you don't mind, and I'll grab it. CEO energy. Right. Okay. Now I'm going to get the other deck because the deception was you believing that this person was on their shit. You know what I'm saying? About what they talk about. So I'm going to get the oh hell no deck. So there was something. They project this CEO energy. They might got one good suit. Okay. So when they going out to the little bar or to the lounge or to go have a drink and they trying to attract something, they pull out that suit. That's the only suit they got. Okay. They keep that motherfucker clean though, but it's the only one they got. So that they can project this boss man energy, boss woman energy, whoever. Take it how it reverberates. All right, now with the oh hell nah deck, Spirit, what do you want to say from here with this seven of swords? Stop journaling about them. They are not that deep. You've written entire essays on what they really meant. Spoiler, they meant exactly what they said, and it was nothing profound. Close the book. There's nothing profound about this individual. Okay. They didn't really contribute anything. I think somebody is seeing that now. Maybe they come off deep. Maybe they come off very introspective and very knowledgeable and very, very super highly intelligent or whatever the case may be. But you found out that that's not the case. Maybe you are attracted to intellect. Maybe you one of them sapiosexuals. Okay. But then ain't no sapio about the sexual with this person. You know what I'm saying? They're not that profound. They're not that deep. So you are closing the chapter on something. You deserve flowers, not confusion. If love feels like a riddle, wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in anxiety attack. I wish they would use a comma on some of these cards. It would really help. It ain't love. You deserve clarity, not chaos. Get you someone who buys bouquets, not excuses. You're starting to see the confusion. This person brought you confusion. I don't think they can afford flowers. You're the whole buffet. Stop crying over someone who didn't bring you a plate. You bring flavor. Here we go with the flavor again. This might have been you that brought the flavor. Collective, take it how it reverberates. You bring flavor, seasoning, and dessert. If someone walks away from that, they're not hungry for love. They're just bland. If you got to manifest them, texting back, they're not it. Wow. You shouldn't need to light a candle, charge a crystal, or beg the moon to get a basic reply. You deserve effort, not witchcraft level intervention. Oh my. Oh my. This is all of the things that someone in the collective is seeing. That this person was not that deep, all right? That they projected a certain level of communicativeness, being able to talk, being able to speak clearly, tell you how they feel, tell you what they think, but they really only brought a lot of confusion towards you. They didn't speak clearly. They don't tell you how they feel, what they're thinking. They're not that deep at all. Very surface level, very superficial, and very lazy and very bland and flavorless. Now you're showing up. I don't see a Queen of Wands, but you're showing up in the Queen of Wands energy, male or female. Okay. They couldn't really match your swag like that. Like they couldn't, you know what I mean? They couldn't really match your swag like that. I feel like you're very ambitious, but in this situation, this was a lesson about trusting your intuition. What is this about texting somebody back with a man with getting using candles to text folks back and shit? Are they trying to manifest you back? Where they get the candle from? That sounds too much like work. I don't think that's this person's energy. Clarify. You're not their therapist, especially if you're paying yours because of them. I don't know if you are or had been like on the fence for a while with this. Maybe you were doing some manifestations. Maybe they were, showing interest or a lack of interest in the beginning, because I saw Secret Crush come out. So maybe this was somebody you manifested, thinking that they are this put together person, this person who is very ambitious because that's what they project. And so you manifested their energy towards you to come towards you. You manifested that they would give you their attention. But in doing so, as you got to know them, it was like, damn, I could have kept my candle. You're closing a cycle. You're learning a lesson here. Someone in the collective is, okay? That manifestation part does not have to apply for everybody. But maybe this has been a cycle. Maybe you have walked away from them, stopped talking to them, and they have burned candles to manifest you back. Maybe you can feel that they are trying to manifest you back right now. But it feels like someone is basically saying, I'm healing. You might be in therapy. I feel like you're definitely not interested in whatever the hell they got going on. That's for sure. That's for sure. I got a star seed out here who's on their path. Okay? You're on your journey. You're on your way. So that 9 of Wands is a strong 9 of Wands. Okay? The boundaries is up. The answer is no. I'm not going to be able to do it. They concerned about money, as they probably should be, but they put themselves in this predicament being lazy. Okay? They thought that you would take care of them forever without them having to at least be able to buy a bouquet of flowers or fix a meal or take somebody out to, like, they didn't think that they would have to contribute, maybe because they feel like you got it like that. They're concerned about money. You ain't. You riding in a drop top. Where that car went? I think I put it back. Yeah, because you were the breadwinner in the relationship. They need the relationship in order to be provided for. Crazy work. Tell me more. A commitment. What is this commitment? This could be a spouse that you're walking away from. bliss, a happy marriage. Hello. Clarify commitment. Rich guy. The marriage made this person have what they had. The marrying you, being in a relationship with you, whether it was a marriage or just a high level of commitment, this allowed them to tap into these financial resources. Clarify bliss. Self-love. Give me one more or two more. Expectation, distant future. I feel like you're very happy. Give me one on the rich guy. North Node. Now, this could be another relationship that you're either already in or that you're going to end up in after closing the cycle with this thing here, this lazy one. Okay. But there is this period of happiness that you are either in or moving into. I feel like this was a lesson for someone, and you learned it. You definitely learned it. You've moved into your North Node. You are very aware and very clear now as to what it is you are willing to accept in a commitment, in a relationship, that somebody has to be equal to you, equal give and take. That maybe you, if you're a female, okay, if you're a rich girl, you might be like, no, I have to date somebody that already has their own. I have to be in a relationship with somebody who already has their own. Vice versa, if you're a male, okay, you may want to be with a woman who is ambitious, who is successful, who is prospering. You don't want to take care of no more chicken nuggets, okay? Sitting up wanting princess treatment with all this deception and this unwillingness to communicate, this love bombing energy. You're happy right now because you really learn how to love yourself and you have greater expectations. Somebody has definitely raised their standards, through gaining more love for yourself, your expectations for the future. Clarify hello. Travel. You also could be traveling more. Yeah, yeah. This feels like the burden that is no longer. I'm free to go. I'm gonna go. Tell me more. Transition. Yep, that's closure. Closure. A cycle is closed. Abundance is here for someone. Okay. Clarify abundance. The veil. I think you see now behind the veil that this person really just wanted your money. They wanted to be with you for financial gain, for financial stability. Your finances is what allowed this person to show up like a boss, like they were your equal. Clarify the veil. Opposition. Yeah, you see something now, which is why you are not participating in none of that. And none of that right now. Finances might have took a little bit of a hit in dealing with this person, but you're recovering. You have recovered. You're going to recover, both emotionally, mentally, financially. Yeah. Rich girl. Divinely abundant. Okay. Surprise? What is the surprise? What's the surprise? You're about to meet a soulmate, or you have already met a soulmate after dealing with this, whatever. Okay. This is your divine masculine. This person does also have something to provide and to give. Okay. Male or female, this is your divine masculine. If you are concerned, if you've met someone already, but if you may be concerned when you meet this individual, but this person also does have actual money, okay? And they are a star seed, and they are generous, and they are in their divinity. Clarify the concern. What are you biting your nails over? Distant future karma. If this is a karmic, yeah, you don't want any more karmic connections for sure. You don't want any more emotional pain. You don't want any more people just attaching to you and draining you energetically. This person is showing up as a divine masculine, though. This person is showing up as a rising star. So they may be in the public. You could be in the public. A public speaker, a singer, a dancer, I don't know. The notoriety. This person may have some sort of public celebrity, even, you could as well. They're very intuitive as well. You're going to really like this individual, whoever this is, because they are in this boss energy as it relates to their own life. Okay. This is a healer, whoever this is that you are going to meet in the distant future. They've done the work on their karmic masculine side. They've already done the work. I saw occupation and karmic masculine. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of passion between y'all. All right. You have lust here. Their karmic masculine energy, they have already balanced. They've already brought an end to that karmic masculine energy. Okay. They've already brought an end to that karmic masculine energy. They're no longer in that energy. This individual that you're going to meet in the distant or near future, or that you've already met, they see or are going to see you as the high priestess that you are. They are going to want to build a family with you. Keep manifesting it. Now it's like you're manifesting it. And now through self-love, you're manifesting it, right? Not through just the fact that somebody, talked a good talk, or they had one suit that fit on them real good, or they had, had one little bottle of cologne, but it smelled real good. You just didn't know that was the only bottle that they had, and they had to be very, they couldn't just spray it like they wanted to. They had to just dot and let that be that. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't know all of that, so maybe you fell for appearances before. But through this lesson, the high priestess energy that you occupy, through learning how to trust your intuition, through learning what it actually is that you require and that you deserve, by leading your manifestation through self-love, you're now going to attract someone who is in alignment with you. This past situation was the lesson to balance your energy, to bring balance to your energy. Okay. Single, sexy, and successful. Yeah. This is a nice guy, nice woman, whoever you are. That you're getting ready to meet at some point. So keep going. I feel like this individual is doing some sort of a manifestation, candle magic or something. I don't know where to get the candle from, probably the Dollar Tree. That's where I get mine from. But what I'm saying is, They're doing some sort of a come to me, come back to me situation. Okay. So I feel like maybe you can feel whether they lighting candles or not. They may just be, I don't know, chanting or whatever. That's free. Okay. I don't know. They may just be thinking about you a lot. They may be actually trying to reconcile with you, calling you, messaging you, whatever, trying to get you to come back. Okay. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Keep the access to you blocked. This person ain't doing well because you are keeping them blocked. Yeah, they want the relationship back. They're not doing well because you're keeping them blocked. But Spirit is saying to continue to move forward. Protect your energy. They're shocked that you're protecting your energy the way you are, though. They are. They shook it. Anything else, Spirit? That's it. That's it. That's all, fam. Thank you so much for tapping in and spending a little time with you, girl. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing and joining the tribe. I would love to have you be a part of this beautiful little sliver of YouTube over here. I thank everybody who supports, who comments, who likes, who shares. I appreciate your support. This would not be a channel without you. Okay, I mean, it would be a channel, but you know what I mean. It takes both of us to make it what it is, and I appreciate your participation in doing so. All right, if you need a personal reading, my information is down in the description where you can book through my website. Okay, I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace, fam.